What is good, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undiluted Football Show. I am your host, Toni Afoke. And another week of Premier League action saw no changes at the top. However, a lot of talking points regardless. First of all, we're going to start off with Manchester City. Manchester City grinded out a 1-0 victory after Raul Jimenez decided to have a brain fart and get sent off in 31 seconds. However, Man City won 1-0 with a Raheem Sterling penalty, in which we saw Raheem Sterling join the illustrious Premier League 100 club. And there's not too much to take from this City performance in general. City got the job done. They got a penalty. They didn't get the job done. They got a penalty. And a controversial one at that, but they got the job done. And at the end of the day, Raheem Sterling scored his 100th Premier League goal. And I feel like we need to give this a testament to Raheem Sterling, because when Raheem Sterling was at Liverpool, he was regarded as not a natural finisher. And if you look at the Premier League 100 club, there are none of those people are known as not natural finishers, if that makes sense. You look at the likes of Henry, Rooney, Lampard, Darren Bent, even Andy Cole. Like, there's so many people in that Premier League 100 club, and they're all seen as natural finishers. So the fact that Raheem Sterling is now on that list is just a testament to what he's done throughout his career, and I feel like that should be recognised. And we don't really recognise that with Raheem Sterling, because we don't realise how good he is. I think we realised during the Euros how much he was impacted England, but then in this season, he's still been in and out of the City squad and stuff like that. So I just want to use this. I don't even want to talk about City, because at the end of the day, Jesus won through a Sterling penalty. But I feel like we need to give a massive testament to Raheem Sterling. A little 2 seconds round of applause for what he has done for just becoming that. Because listen, he's not a striker. He never was a striker. He never played a striker. I know Pep tried to implement him in that false line, but let's not lie, he's not a striker. So for him to join that illustrious club of the Premier League 100 is a massive achievement for him, and I feel like that should be recognised, and I feel like it should be regarded another English person right in the Premier League 100. Now, let's get on to the other ones in the top three on the little title race that is going so far. Liverpool just stumbled over the line with a 1-0 victory against Steven Gerrard's Aston Villa. I know who thought I'd be saying that. But again, Liverpool just got through the line. Silly challenge by Mings. He didn't need to tackle them. Salah kind of went past him, used his pace, and then went into him, and then realised, yeah, boom, that's a pen. Let me score the pen. Call it a 1-0, 3 points. And at the end of the day, these are, as I say, I keep saying, the difference between champions and title contenders is that champions don't need to play well to win the 3 points. It's just the difference between champions and people with like good teams, right? And Liverpool, I'm not saying they didn't play well. Liverpool did attack Villa and Gerrard, but Villa had a plan. They were defending well deep, but it was just at the end of the day, Liverpool got the job done, and the penalty, Salah, great penalty, hit the side net, no keeper was saving that, and boom, got the job done at the end of the day. So it's a nice win for Liverpool, keeps them well within the title race, and no really much big changes into the top table. However, this is the thing: can Liverpool keep relying on Salah? And I know everyone says, "Oh, when AFCON comes, Liverpool are going to be missing the likes of Matip or Salah and Mane." But what we've got to realise is that AFCON starts in the 9th of Jan or 23rd of Jan. I think it's the 9th of Jan and finishes. No, it starts on the 23rd of Jan and it finishes around the 9th of Jan. Liverpool actually don't miss that many games. From what I'm checking right now, the only games that Liverpool will be without Salah and Mane will be Shrewsbury at home, which is an FA Cup time, Brentford at home, which is in the Premier League, and Crystal Palace away. So the only Premier League games that Salah and Mane are likely to miss are Brentford at home and Crystal Palace away. And really and truly right now, if they're without Salah and Mane, with Brentford at home and Liverpool and Brentford at home and Crystal Palace away, I feel like without Salah and Mane, Liverpool have a decent enough team to win those games. They can bring in Jota, they can bring in Minamino or Origi and stuff like that, and they could still get maybe a point, 3 points from that game. So I feel like people need to realise that Salah and Mane are not going to be that massive miss. I know we think because AFCON they're just going to be there And this is even if they go through the whole of AFCON, because they've got Leicester on the 9th of February, but AFCON will finish on the 6th. So it's a massive thing where I'm thinking Liverpool are not going to really miss Salah and Mane that much when you actually go to think about it. Because really and truly, Brentford at home, Crystal Palace away, like if there's any other fixtures for Salah and Mane to miss, those are decent fixtures for Salah and Mane to miss. So I do respect them in that situation. So I honestly feel like Liverpool will be fine. I feel like Liverpool are not going to really kind of miss Salah and Mane during the AFCON. But we'll see. We can't predict the future just yet. On to Chelsea now, and I keep saying Chelsea. In the words of Jesse from Breaking Bad, they can't keep getting away with this, but they did once again. Chelsea and Jorginho scored 2 penalties and a last-minute one just to beat Leeds 3-2 at Stamford Bridge. Now, as I said, Chelsea haven't been playing well. I know Chelsea fans are now saying, "Oh, we have no midfield and Kante, and we only have one world-class player," and blah 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 blah. But one thing I will tell you is that Chelsea have not been playing well for a good amount of time now, but they still keep winning games. I know they lost to West Ham last week. They drew to Man United. They drew to Burnley, and they beat Watford away. And it's just a situation in a sense that Tuchel knows it. At least he got the 3 points today, but he knows his Chelsea side need to perform better if they want to be keeping up with the race between Man City and Chelsea. I'm not saying Man City and Chelsea played well. They both scored with just penalties, but at the same time, if they want to be constantly competing with those lot, those are not going to happen with City again. But Chelsea have been showing this inconsistent form for a bit now. Now, I know they got the win and there's not much you can say on it, but a lot of fans and a lot of Chelsea fans know that Chelsea players need to step up in the situation. They need to do much better for their club. So at the end of the day, we'll see what Chelsea are about. They got the win at the end of the day and they got the 3 points. So really and truly, they cannot be that mad. But they are living dangerously at the moment. I really feel like if Chelsea don't back up their ideas, and like Lukaku again didn't even get that many minutes, or I'm not even sure if he played, to be fair. But again, I know he needs to come back into injury, he needs to get back into the flow of things. But still, they need to have people firing. Chelsea needs to be that side we once saw that are hard to beat and know how to get the goals. But right now, they won, but 2 penalties and an amazing amount of goal is good enough. I was going to say it's not good enough, but it's good enough because they got the 3 points. But they can't keep doing that every week in, week out, because they will get found out in a couple of weeks' time. But that's down to Chelsea, and that's down to whether Thomas Tuchel has the tools and the player personnel to do that. Now on to Arsenal, as they convincingly beat Southampton 3-0. I don't think there was much to take in this game. I feel like Southampton are just happy to be here at FC this season. I don't think there's anything good about Southampton or anything there's more particularly bad about Southampton than there is good. I feel like the Aubameyang situation is, Arteta did say, is another disciplinary breach, which, I'm sorry, Aubameyang, you're like 30, 32, 33, 31, even, you're in your 30s, right? You are the captain of Arsenal. And this is not the first thing this has happened. How many times has Arteta dropped Aubameyang because of a disciplinary breach? We've heard it before. And I think it's kind of crazy that the captain of Arsenal Football Club has to be dropped because of a disciplinary breach. I think it's ridiculous. I really, really think it's ridiculous. And I feel like Aubameyang has to look at him. I'm not even going to say Aubameyang has to look at himself, because you do stuff for a reason, right? I feel like he's done it for a reason. I'm not even going to show, like, I'm not going to be one of them pundits and say, "Oh, Aubameyang has to look at himself. He has to do better." If he wants to do, he will, right? So really and truly, I don't think he wants to. So you could maybe even have the argument maybe he doesn't want to be there anymore. But right now, I'm sorry, for a captain of Arsenal, that is really, really poor, really, really poor disciplinary. Like, there was no, I think he was getting a tattoo. Well, people say it's the comment of the picture of the tattoo and so on and so forth. But who knows? We never really know, but only Arteta knows. But listen, he didn't play. But Arsenal still got the job done. Lacazette got a good goal on his first and 9. And Arsenal still got the job done against an unconvincing Southampton side. So it wasn't the end of the world, but at the same time, it's not great for Aubameyang. On to Man United. Well, what can I say? I watched the game. Obviously, as a Man United fan, surprising that we now had a week with Ranić playing under his system, and I didn't see any pressing. I didn't see any of that heavy metal football right. Ranić did, but Ronaldo got a penalty and we got the job done. So I think it was just a poor performance from Man United. I feel like it was Man United's fault as well. It's not like we didn't create chances. I'm not going to say we created an array of chances, but Man United didn't create enough chances. The players at the top of the 4-2-2-2 kept giving the ball away. I even saw one of my boys tweet Bruno Fernandes as a nutcase, and I kind of agree with him. I feel like he plays like a nutcase in a sense. Like he just constantly gives the ball away and just slaps the hero ball every 2 seconds, and it is just unnecessary. There's another way to play football, but that's my own opinion. I know some people may have that opinion, but listen, we still got a clean sheet, which is credit to David De Gea, of course, and we still got a win. So 2 wins under 2 under our 2 wins in 2 under our Franjek in the Premier League. I really can't complain. I just feel like it is what it is. You can't really complain in these situations. On to Spurs. Spurs had their game postponed. They were supposed to play Brighton today, but they had their game postponed, and they also had their midweek game postponed against Rennes as well. And it's a weird one because Spurs have had a COVID outbreak. I'm not sure if we know who the players are that have been that have contracted the coronavirus. But at the end of the day, I feel like, well, there's the thing. Rennes was saying that Spurs need to pattern up, and their reasons for cancelling the game wasn't good enough. And now they might be out of the Conference League. And I know people don't take the Conference League literally, but I was even saying this to a Spurs fan. I was saying Spurs need to take that competition seriously to an extent. Not yet, but they need to take it seriously to an extent, because right now, if they win their games in hand, Spurs will be 4th. But and that's what they're aiming for. But at the same time, I really feel like Spurs need to create a winning mentality of a trophy within that club, and it's going to be much easier in the Conference League than it is going to be in the Carabao Cup, if they're still in it, or the FA Cup. So I really feel like Spurs need to create a winning mentality whatever we do. I feel like Conte can do that. Whether he does it or not, we don't know, but we shall see. On regards to the Champions League draw is on Monday, and I think Europa League draw as well, but no one cares about that. Champions League draw is going to be a good one because obviously all the English teams got through. They all topped their group except for Chelsea, who was second in their group in the last minute. I forgot who scored for Zenit, but a last minute goal. So Chelsea finished second in their group. There's going to be some good ties. I know there's some good teams in there like Sporting Lisbon who are showing what they can do without Bruno Fernandes. Ajax as well. Erik ten Hag is making Sebastian Haller look like R9 or Prime Lewandowski. So it's ridiculous. Bayern top their group. PSG as well are looking good. Man United have topped their group. Man City. So it's going to be a good draw. There's going to be a couple juicy ties, whether we like it or not. I know with Man United, knowing them, they'll probably get like a PSG or something. But even still, who wouldn't want to take on Pochettino and PSG right now? The front three don't really press, and all you got to do is just pattern that front three and win the football game. However, easier said than done. It is not that easy, so who knows? Anyway, that was a quick one, but thank you so much for listening to the Undiluted Football Show. You can follow me at Toni Afoke. Follow Undiluted Football at Undiluted Media 1, Undiluted Media 1 on Instagram as well. You can like, share, subscribe to your friends. If you don't believe anything I say, you can comment or reply to me and have your say. However, this is another episode of the Undiluted Football Show. I've been your host, Toni Afoke. Until next time, people.